How to replace the screen on a screen door. Most screen doors are made from durable fiberglass material. However, your screen may get ripped or worn down over time. When this happens, you can easily replace the screen, rather than the entire door. To do this, remove the splines from the door frame, take off the existing screen, and attach a new screen to the door with the splines. With the right tools and a little time, replacing the screen is a snap. Welcome to Best Choices. This video will tell you how to removing the existing screen and installing the new screen. Now let's get started. Method 1. Removing the existing screen. Number 1. Remove the door from the frame and take off the door handle. Typically, screen doors are made from a lightweight aluminum frame and fiberglass screen material. To remove the door, lift it upward while pulling the bottom away from the track along the bottom. Then, place the door on a flat surface. If you have a door handle in the way of your screen, remove the screws with a flathead screwdriver to take it off. The door should easily come off with moderate force. Not all door styles will have a door handle overlapping the screen. If your screen door is on hinges, tap the hinge pins with a screwdriver to remove them and slide the door upward from the hinges. Number 2. Pull the splines out of the door frame. Pull the splines out of the door frame groove with steady, firm pressure. The splines are pieces of narrow rubber tubing that keep the screen secure around the door frame. There is a separate piece of spline for each side of the screen. Use an awl or your screwdriver to pry up the spline at the corner of the frame. Then, grab the spline and gently pull it upward. Do this for all 4 sides of your door frame. Be careful when removing the splines. If they are still in good shape, you can reuse them. If you pierce the splines or damage them, throw them away and get new splines that have the same diameter as the old ones. Number 3. Remove the old screen material from your door frame. Once the splines are removed, the screen is no longer attached to the door. At this point, you can simply lift it off of the door frame. Fold it up, roll it up, or bunch it up before you throw it away. Did this video help you? Let's comment below, yes or no. Method 2. Installing the new screen. Number 1. Cut the screen. Cut the screen at least 2 in, 5.1 centimeters wider than your door frame. Measure the length and width of the opening in the door frame to determine how large the replacement screen needs to be. When measuring the width, take width measurements from different spots on the door. Then, add 2 in, 5.1 centimeters to both the length and width measurements so you have enough room to secure the splines. You can purchase a full roll of screening if you plan on replacing multiple screens in multiple doors. On average, most screen doors come in 2 standard sizes, either 32 in, 81 centimeters or 36 in, 91 centimeters wide. They often measure to 80 in, 200 centimeters high. Number 2. Place the new screen across the door frame. Center the screen as best as you can and aim to have the same amount of extra screen on each side. Keeping it centered ensures that one side is not too short when securing it to the frame. It's okay if the screen is not perfectly centered since you'll trim off the extra later on. Number 3. Have a friend hold the screen in place so it stays taut. Try to keep the screen as taut as possible. This looks the best and ensures no bugs get through the screen. Hold one end in place as your friend holds the other, and pull on the screen gently to get rid of any slack. If you're working alone, use pieces of tapes or clamps to hold the screen in place. Number 4. Roll the spline roller on the screen before inserting the splines. After you lay the screen across the door frame, roll your spline roller across each groove of the door frame. This dents the screen slightly, making it easier to replace the spline. Doing this also helps prevent your screen from ripping during the process. Number 5. Reuse or replace your splines depending on their condition. If your splines are still flexible and do not have any cuts or dents, use the same pieces that secured the old screen. If the splines are cracked, old, dry, or damaged, throw them away and get new splines with the same diameter. If you are replacing the splines, cut them to the length of the grooves on the door frame. Number 6. Use a spline roller to press the spline and screen. Use a spline roller to press the spline and screen deeply into the groove. Line the spline up with the groove of the frame, and apply the roller to push the spline into the groove. Start at one corner and roll until you reach the opposite end. Then, secure the adjacent spline, working in an L shape. Do this until all 4 splines are pushed down and the screen is securely held in place. For a thorough hold, push the corners of the screen into place using a screwdriver. Number 7. Cut away the extra screen using a utility knife. Once the screen is fastened to the frame, you can trim off any extra hanging along the edges. Line up your utility knife with the screen so it is about 1/16 in, 0.16 centimeters above the spline. Pierce the screen with the tip of the knife, and drag the knife through the screen to cut it. Do this for all 4 sides and throw away the scraps of screen. Number 8. Replace your screen door and handle after you install the screen. To put the screen back in place, lift it up with both hands, and line up the bottom with the door track. Then, tilt the screen door until it is straight, and slide it into place. If you remove the door handle, screw it back into place with a flathead screwdriver. With a bit of maneuvering, you can easily put the door back on. If your door is on hinges, place the door back into your door frame, and place the hinge pins inside of the hinges. Tap them into place with the handle of a screwdriver. Tips. If the door frame around your screen is very dirty, use an all-purpose cleaner and a rag to wipe it down. You can also use a cotton swab to clean dirt and debris out of the grooves. Warnings. Roll the splines firmly but carefully. If you use too much force when using the spline roller, you can rip the screen. Did this video help you? Let's comment below, yes or no.